So M.Artz, as an artist, you've opened up for Floetry in 2015 at the headline show in Brixton. Released your track, Something Special, earlier this year. What was the reaction like, not only the track, but the release of the visuals to accompany the track, which were Something Special?
I've had a lot of positive feedback from the track itself, you know what I mean? Everyone seemed to genuinely love the track, and then when I dropped the video, it just enhanced it, you know, because it told the story even more. So the feedback's been really good.
So what was the plot line behind the video?
The plot line's very simple. It just tells the story of how I met, you know, my queen in the club. I walked into the club, I saw this girl, and I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to say to her? So for the next 45 minutes, I'm having a conversation with myself before I actually approached her.
You know, so that's
getting the lyrics right in my head. So that's the whole concept of the of Something Special video.
So what's the journey since and before your debut release, Something Special, been like for you?
The journey has been interesting. It's been interesting because I'm just following my passion. So everything that I'm doing and I'm involved with feels organic, it feels natural, nothing doesn't feel forced. I don't feel uncomfortable, it feels like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So the journey feels very natural.
So if your forthcoming album release, what's the direction you're looking to go in as an artist?
I'm looking to go in a different direction, a musical direction, a lyrical direction. You know, I want people to, when they hear this, I want it to fulfill them like it's a solid body of work, like the lyrics, the production, the music, the concepts, the storylines. That's the direction I'm going. I'm going in a fresh musical direction.
So how many tracks on the album?
There's going to be 10 tracks on there.
For real, so you got a favourite track?
I have.
Yeah.
I like, there's a track on there called Life.
Yeah.
And that's very personal track, and that's one of my favourites, yeah.
I agree, that's something special.
So in regards to your follow-up track, Zone 2, which is a follow-up to Something Special, which touches on the matter of gentrification, how much has gentrification affected your creativity and your work?
Well, I mean, it hasn't really affected it, it's inspired Zone 2.
Inspired influence.
Yeah, it's inspired the influence track Zone 2. And you know, when I wrote that, I'm kind of explaining what I see, you know, the changes I've seen over the last few years or whatever, you know, and the differences, how the communities have changed and how it has affected people. It hasn't directly affected me, but it has affected people in the community.
Yeah.
You know, and Zone 2, that's what Zone 2 is all about. I've just shot the video, so look out for that. That's going to be up on, you know, all the platforms within a week.
A change is taking place in our communities right before our very eyes. In Zone 2.
So in terms of that gentrification in the area which you live, what's it been like?
Hackney, I'm from Hackney.
Hackney, okay.
Yeah, there's a massive change in Hackney. You now have, you know, shops, retail shops that would not have been there 5-10 years ago. You know what I mean? And they're there now. So I'm seeing the change. It's obvious. It's blatant. It's everywhere. It's not really difficult. You know what I mean? We look at how many cafes they've got now, little coffee shops and stuff. You know what I mean? So which have pushed out those little small businesses. You can't compete when they're setting up Starbucks and all these major coffee shops all around the place. You can't compete with them. So those little cafes have got to close down and move away. That's affecting the community.
So what do you think?
Born and raised in the inner city, a land of the so-called undesirables. Away before the influx of the rich that worked out in the city. And now they want to live in the inner city, they find it desirable. A house price is affordable for them, thus making house prices unaffordable for some of us. I've been seeing the change, it's not new to me, it's just concerning. That in time we may not be able to afford to live in our own community, but this is our home truth. And so when I wrote this, I was in a zone too.
What would you say say some of the good elements of gentrification and some of the bad elements?
Some of the bad elements are going to be, you know, when you have these big companies bringing in all these Starbucks, all these kind of coffee shops, all these mainstream coffee shops, bringing them into the community, pushing out the smaller business owners, that is a negative effect on people from the community. Simple as. Good parts would be anything that uplifts the community, anything that is beneficial to the people, that don't push us out and helps us. It's a good thing. Simple.
So the Zone 2 video, where was that filmed and what was that experience like?
Zone 2 was very interesting. That was filmed between Hackney and in Brixton.
Oh, for real?
You know, we had like members of the community just getting involved in the video. There's people in the video that I've never met them before. They're actually taking part in the video, you know. So yeah, it was a good experience, man. It was a lot of fun filming.
Okay, so getting back to your album, what's your album going to be called and what can people expect? What other subjects are you touching on in the album?
I'm touching on relationships, I'm touching on the turmoil, what's going on around the world. I'm touching on feelings and love, man. There's a lot of emotion in this album, definitely.
For real. So I'll keep mentioning the album.
Yeah.
And you are a spoken word artist. Would you describe it as a spoken word album?
Definitely. Spoken word album with a twist. You know what I mean? It's very, there's a lot of rhythm to it. It's very musical, a lot of rhythm to it. It's not just me, you know, reciting words with the beat behind me. I'm one with the music, and they're tracks, man. Some of them there are no hooks in some of them, but some of them are constructed as proper songs.
So generally, spoken word artists don't really release albums. Most generally release, you know, EP or a mixtape. What made you want to be different and release an actual album?
Right, I don't think it was me wanting to be different. It started off initially, I was making an EP.
Yeah.
I always wanted to put 7 tracks on this EP, right? I realised 7 tracks is too many for an EP, or that's what I'm hearing. So
yeah, technically.
Right, so I started saying to myself, do I take tracks off and make it an official EP? But I'd grown quite attached to these tracks. I didn't want to take off any tracks. So I thought, if anything, let me add some and just make it an album. So it was a natural course, you know? It wasn't something I sat down with my team and said, right, we're going to make an album.
Yeah.
There was a reason for it, yeah.
So what's the name of the album? What's the story behind the title?
Right. The album is titled Grown.
Yeah.
The reason it's grown, I've been writing for years.
For real.
There was a time where the content that I was writing was a load of nonsense. Right, it's just nonsense. That's the only way I can explain it here. It was just nonsense.
Yeah.
Right, so I've evolved since then.
Yeah.
You know, I've become a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've grown up.
Yeah, for real.
Grown.
Matured.
Yeah, hence the word grown.
So when is the album expected to be released, and what next after the album?
Now, after the next album, I've got tracks ready for the second album.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm going straight back into the studio. I'm going back to work.
2017, second album release, yeah?
I don't know about if it's going to drop straight away, but I'm working on, I've got tracks ready to go. You know what I mean? So as soon as I drop Grown, my debut album, I'm back in the studio working on this new album, you know, and it's going to be a completely different sounding album to Grown. Grown is the first one. I will have evolved since then.
It's all about evolving.
Yeah, it's all about evolving and consistency. So that's what you're going to get, man. But right now, it's all based on Grown, the main album. In terms of release dates, I can't give that right now because I've been giving out dates so many times and it's not coming to that date. So let me just say, when it's ready, it will be ready. It will be ready this year.
For real. So as an artist, who has influenced M.Artz the most?
I'll tell you who influences me. And I don't feel I need to call out any, personal names.
Yeah.
Anyone that is able to convey a story that makes me get goosebumps or something I can relate to, and it's been put together in a creative way. The production and the music is right. Those sort of people, it could be anyone, it could be any genre of music. I'm moved by good music, period. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how would you describe yourself as an artist?
Honest, vulnerable, and full of fire.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah, full of fire. I don't write anything contrived. I don't write anything that I'm not living. I can write, on experiences that I haven't personally experienced, but I can relate to them. Stuff like that. I'm that sort of a writer.
Okay. So in terms of the future, what you anticipating for yourself, and what is the future? What do you want from the future as an artist?
What I want from the future as an artist, as a spoken word artist, is to take this as far as it can possibly go. I want, I don't even want to say too much now because I'm not cocky. I'm just very confident, and I really do believe in myself, But I want the main stage, man. I want the big stage. Yeah, I want awards. I want accolades, everything. I'm going for it. M.Artz. I'm serious. I'm so serious.
So what's the first award you're aiming for?
The first award would probably be, I want a Mobo.
Yeah, for real.
I want a Brit. Yeah. I want a Mercury. You know what I mean? Those are the three. And I think it's in that order. I don't know yet, but that's what I'm going for. I really mean this. I'm not just throwing these things out in the air because it sounds good. I'm serious. I have a clear goal. I have a clear journey. I know what I want. I know what I'm going for.
So you can shut it down.
I'm going to try and shut the place down.
Yeah, 2020 vision, 2020 in 3 years' time. What do you think you're going to get done by 2020?
Oh, God, 2020?
Yeah.
Boy.
2020 vision.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is I'm going to continue just to work hard, put my passion into what I'm doing because I love this with a passion. And where this takes me, we'll see. Yeah,
for real. Alright, so where can people find more of your work and check out more of your stuff?
You can follow me on Instagram, M.Artz, Twitter, Martz Poetry, Facebook, M.Artz. You can go onto my website, www.m-artz.com. What did I say? Did I say that right? www.m-artz.com, yeah.
Or they can Google it.
Or Google it, yeah. It'll come up.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cool.